Hello, I like to experiment with tunings and it's also an excuse to buy a new instrument. Oh, I will tune it differently. And then, okay, and it becomes like, what the hell is that? It's not a C, G, C, E, A tuning. It's neither a D, G, B, E tuning. It's somewhere in the middle. It's one tone higher than the usual standard baritone tuning. It's 1.5 tone lower than standard ukulele tuning. So it's this is not wound. These are strings for with a linear tuning for a tenor ukulele. I'll tune with the mangles and waving black hair. So I don't know what kind of position. Then I'm using regular ukulele position. It would sound like this. It would sound 1.5 tone lower. Or a twine with the mangles and waving black hair. With roses so red and lilacs so fair. And her mare is so green with her emerald hue. You Bella Marie, eyes look like you. Oh, dance I will sing, and my life shall begin. Okay. How would it sound with a ukulele tuning? This is not. This is a the re-enter tuning. First of all, you need to buy specific strings to tune it like this. Okay, you cannot use ukulele strings, otherwise it will sound like this, 1.5 tone lower, more or less. And you cannot tune up. Okay, tune up with the ukulele baritone strings. You will ruin your ukulele or you break the strings, and you have extremely high tension. Okay. This is a very guitar-like sound. It's tuned like a ukulele, but to tune it like a ukulele with longer scale and bigger body, you make it sound like all twine with the mangles and waving black hair, the roses so red and the lilacs so fair, and the myrtle so green with a hammer, the pale amanita eyes look like blue. Oh, I dance, I will sing, and my laugh shall begin. I will charm every heart. I can even tune it. I'll play 1.5 tone lower. Or a twine with mangles and waving black hair. The roses so red and the lilacs so fair. The myrtle so grand with her emerald hue. The pale marine and the eyes look like blue. Okay, then you have the standard, the suite. I like it. Oh wow. It's low like a guitar, but sweet like a ukulele. Or a twine with mangles and waving black hair. Roses so red and the lilacs so fair. The myrtle so green with the emerald hue. The pale amanita everybody's doing differently. Well, you see C, but you read F. Okay, 4 notes difference. A fourth. You see G7th, but you read D7th. Okay? What time will be G7? Sorry, I made a mistake. You read G7, but you play C7. What time will mingle and wave in black hair. If you have problems at the beginning, you can put these chords, so you automatically write F and you play F, but actually it's C. Okay. In time, you get used to that. When summertime is gone, as snow begins to fall, you can sing. Obviously, you need to start from knowing your ukulele chords very well. So you have to remember the chord. It's a problem, and you know the circle of the fifth or the fourth. So you have this, the extremely guitar-like tuning, bright, almost like a quattro of South America. Only quattro has a re-entrant tuning, and this is low and this is low. So hang on your hat, don't do it. You don't have to transpose anything here. Hang on your head and cry. It's very bright, and you make yourself heard in some situations more. So you have an intermediate. This is a linear tuning. I'm playing the same chords, so if you hear the same chord shape, so you have the same chord shapes, but you have the instrument is playing lower. Hang out your head, don't do it. Hang out your head and cry. Hang out your head, don't do it. Poor boy, you're bound to die. I made home the mountain, there I took her life. I married her on the mountains, stabbed with a knife. Or hang up your head, don't do it. Hang up your head and cry. Hang up your head, don't do it. Or you can transpose and play all of them in the same key, but you have to transpose. Hang up your head, don't do it. Hang up your head and cry. Hang up your head, don't do it. Lord boy, you're bound to die. So this is 1.5 tone lower, it's difficult to transpose. Yes. It would sound like it was tuned 432, this 440. Your hand tone doodle, or 1.5 tone higher, lower, high to tune. Okay. Hang out your hand don't doodle, hang out your head and cry. Hang out your head don't doodle, oh boy you're bound to. Actually I'm using chord shapes of a regular tuning ukulele, but thinking 1.5 tone higher, because this automatically will make it 1 8. Hang out your head, don't do it. Instead of D, I play F. Hang out your head and cry. Hang out your head, don't do it. Bow, you're bound to die. And the same, always the same key. Here I don't have to transpose anything. I use my standard ukulele chord. Hang out your head, don't do it. Hang out your head, and you hear a little bit of harsh sound. Harsh to me, I'm used to the ukulele sound. I play the guitar, but when I play a 4-string instrument, it's very guitar sound. Listen to this. How mellow it is. So you can understand the difference between pitch and mellow ukulele sound due to the thick strings. And you got your doom-dooley, and you got your head and cry. We are in the same key. And you had doom-dooley, oh boy, you're bound to die. I met on the mountain, and there I took her. Get on the mountain. Obviously, this is an old laminate. It didn't cost much. Since this is not my favorite tuning, okay, I tune it like this. It's not bad. I mean, come on, it's not bad. This is even thicker. No, it's the same. I have a quattro that I tune like a baritone ukulele. It's very thick. It's very deep, the instrument. I mean, here. This is a ukulele sound. And this, am I speaking all tuned in fourths? I have another one tuned in fifths I have to show you. Not in this video. Hang up your head, don't dooley. Hang up your head and cry. Hang up your head, don't dooley. Oh boy, you're bound to die. I met on the mountain, and there I took her. Made her on the mountain that window night. This time tomorrow, figuring where I'd be. Heaven be for grazing, I'll be in Tennessee. Hang out your head, dude. So here you have it. This is sound station. They say it's all core impossible, but I think this is solid and this is laminated back and sides. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's extremely beautiful. Look at this. I paid, oh, I don't know, 120 euros 9 years ago. Wow, it's really good looking instrument. Okay. The funny thing, this should be tuned with a re-entrant tuning because the bridge is compensated for high D. And I got it with a high D. But the strings were shit. Now it's low D. Okay. So this one should be tuned with this strings. This is, I put an anchor on the strap. All straps are made by myself. Okay? By me, better said in English. This is an Echo Duo. It's written in Italian, ukulele baritone. It's a little piece of, it's not paper, it's a thin layer of wood. You cannot see. The bridge is like all Italian things, generally speaking, fashionable. You see, it's very different. It's a pretty good laminate instrument, well built. It doesn't have a slightly arched back. I think helps the sound. The bracing is thick. Should be thinner. And this is the color. I found the money on the street. I was going to the store. I found really money on the street. And now it's very expensive. I played like 8 years ago, 140 euros. It's not much. Now we're more than 300, almost 400, I think. It's not very thick, okay? But in time, it got darker. If you keep it in your room where is light, not direct light, but there is light, it gets darker. The bracing is quite good. It's not extremely thin, but it's not chunky. Um, my favorite wood is cedar, but they're 450 euros. I think Kala should keep the prices down. It's too expensive. I mean, come on, 400. I can understand 300 euros, but 450 is very expensive because you can get very good guitars for that price. So I have one with return tuning that is this tuning reentrant. I have one tuning in fifth, and then I have a quattro that has a very deep sound. I don't want to eat more than I can chew, chew more than I can eat. I always get lost. Anyway, also here with all these trinkets and stuff, every ukulele has their own. This is thin, and this has my name on it, Val. Has a posh pocket for where you can put here a pick or a plectrum. Yes. I use musketeers. What is the musketeers here? And there are different knots, so I can adjust the height. I tell you, it's extremely comfortable. Maybe this, I'm re-evaluating this. This is a good middle of the way. I am the man who caused sorrow. I've seen troubles, and I've seen troubles in my days. Transposing? Am I not transposing? I am the man of constant sorrow. I say troubles on days. This is like you play regular ukulele chords, but you want to sing everything one tone lower for different reason. You're like kind of tired. Your voice has been taxed by long singing. So there's a yellow road in Texas that I'm going to see her at her cabin. Nobody, only me. She cries when I left her. They like to touch my heart, and when I meet again, I never shall apart. Well, the yellow rose of Texas, they only kill a lower. Eyes are bluer than Texas eyes above. Her heart does beat of Texas, and whenever I'm a go, I remember her forever, because I love her so. This you need to use ukulele. This is Red Series, so I don't have anything against Aquila. This is right pronunciation, not Aquila, Aquila, Aquila. The U is pronounced. It's not French, it's not English. The U is pronounced. Means eagle, eagle. Because I want a loggerheads with this brand, because I don't like Nygat, and this has Nygat. But you know why? Because it's the only available set of strings for this tuning. So it's not like I hate them, it's just I don't like on every ukulele, and I need. But Red Series, okay. They give it some extra oomph and some acoustic sound, so I wouldn't use Red Series to play Hawaiian music, not at all. But for pop music, it's kind of okay. And it's a specific sound I don't find in any other kind of string. This is our Pro Arte, it's nylon, and this is my, I think, the default kind of strings you wanna use on your ukulele. I also tried titanium. I like titanium strings. but they are kind of modern. Also fluorocarbon are modern. So if you want to kind of sing some kind of almost harsh sound, project, titanium and fluorocarbon are what it takes. But you want this is mellow. Nylon strings, detuning. Baritone ukulele allows ukulele players to play in guitar territory pitch-wise. I also play guitar, not in a very good way, but I can. Guitars gives this fullness from the point of view of chords. There are 2 extra strings and whatever. I still, if you play alone, maybe when you play chords on a guitar sounds better, but so if you play in front of an audience alone, guitar gives you some. But if you want to play fast things and you want the beautiful mellow sound and you want to be less, how to put it, a little more airy at this. If you want an extremely airy sound, use for at fifth tuning, but that's it's in a jealous now. It's in a jealous now. Told me once or twice to keep playing cards, the shooting dice. It's in a jealous now. I've had a friend named Rambling Bob. He used to gamble and rob. He thought he was the smartest guy in town. If I play this, everything is kind of different. It's ain't jealous now. It's ain't jealous now. Everything is bright and piercing. I told him once or twice to quit playing cards and shooting dice. It's ain't jealous now. So if I decided, okay, this is the tuning. I have to play everything 1 tone, 1.5 tone higher. So this is. It's in a jealous now. It's in a jealous now. I told him once or twice to quit playing. Is 1.5 tone higher or 1 tone? I forgot. I don't have absolute 1.5 tone lower. 1 tone higher than baritone strings. Okay, this is in the middle. It's in a jealous now. It's in a jealous now. I don't, and you play keys that you don't always play, but this is from C to E flat, so. It's in a jealous now. It's in a jealous now. I told him once or twice. Or you can. You can also play here the E flat chord shape. It's not bad. As I said before, buy a set of strings for tenor, hoping that your instrument. This is easy because it doesn't take a lot of strings because there's no loop, so you just make a knot. So in a way, you don't take a lot of. If your headstock is kind of long and you have problem with it. But this fit, this red strings fit. use tenor ukulele strings, linear tuning. If you don't like, if you want more ukulele string, you see tenor ukulele strings, re-entrant tuning. You can actually have several. The ukulele can be tuned in very different ways. Even the tenor tune it 1.5 tone lower and 1 tone lower to have this warm ukulele sound. So this sound you have in your mind. And sometimes if you're at home or you rehearse in your apartment with other friends, you can try out different keys and different without necessarily changing the strings. I think this is a good tuning. Now I'll read what is written. Oh, call me your own and you leave me alone. I'm wasting my tears on you. While I settle down, you're sleeping in the town. I'm wasting my tears on you. You promised time again to stop to telling me that why you better even if I couldn't set you free. I love you, man. Okay, so it's a long video, but I think now you have all the information that you need to make an informed decision. My opinion is get 3 baritone ukuleles and decide. That's a good excuse to buy different. But I'd say embrace first the regular tuning, then maybe this, but not because you don't want to learn baritone chords transpose, because baritone chords are the same, they just have another name. And then you have this, but you need transpose 1.5 tone or okay, this is the 10th option. And nowadays, today is the one I like the best, the most. Looks wise, that is kind of incredibly beautiful for a cheap ukulele. Okay. I like that headstock is not big. Even the color headstock is kind of too big for to my liking. So here you have it. Yes, there was a period I put shells on here, you know. Now it's very Hawaiian, Moana. Anyway, if you're Italian, Moana is not a porn star. She was, but anyway, it means ocean, okay? Because there was an Italian porn star, very famous, called Moana in the 90s, 80s. No, Moana means ocean in a Hawaiian language. Thanks for watching. Dislike this video. Don't subscribe. I don't care. I don't care. Listen, like and subscribe. That means I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want. You can dislike it. I will never see it. Nobody will never see it. You will. Your video will not appear. I don't care. If you don't watch this video, if you're watching this, okay, you're here, you're watching. But if people don't watch this video, it doesn't change my life. I can't live with that. So anyway, I prefer having some intelligent feedback. Okay? If you have some questions, smart questions, okay, I am very happy to reply. I don't give advice. Don't ask me what model should I buy. I don't give advice, because advice, people don't follow my advice. Don't tell me if they did as I told them to do, or as I advised. And so don't ask for advice. Think that you can reply kind of a conversation, okay? So I'm not, from a point of view, I'm appealing you, I give you my 2 cents. Yes, I use the video for that. Outside the video, we are on a par, okay?